lot of words get thrown around like social justice and education equity. And 19 years ago, for me, I did not know what those words meant. People weren't talking about those words, and if they were, they weren't telling me what those words meant, and they weren't really talking about it very loudly. Now, it seems that we are actually talking about it a lot more, about how to create a socially just school system. How do we create an equitable system for every child? Being forced to learn another language and then being told that that language is better than yours is difficult. It's difficult to really comprehend what that means, especially when you're a child. We didn't actually have to go through that in this program. In this program, I really learned what it was like to value every single person that walked through that door. No matter what languages they spoke, no matter what language they wanted to learn to speak, it wasn't so much about the languages to me. It was more about this being just such a great classroom that I met some of my best friends for so many years. And it really taught me now that I work with these kids that I'm trying to teach them how to be equitable with everybody. What does it mean like to hold somebody else's values as equal to yours? What does it mean like to ask them where they come from and what kinds of things they learned at home? And I think this program really made me realize that that was the most important thing when I walked into a classroom, was to say, everything that you do when you go back home is important when you walk into this classroom. The language that you speak at home, the traditions that you have, the food you cook when you have holidays, the holidays that you actually have. So if anybody read that paper in the weekly, I asked for a menorah for one of the holidays, even though I'm not Jewish. So it was just the idea of having the culture of somebody else bring it into my own home, because I valued it and I thought it was great. And I was like, that's cool. That's not mine, but I'd like to actually kind of take it as part of me, because that's what it is. So my really takeaway from the program was kind of creating this equity and creating this social justice. And that's what I'm trying to actually do in my programs, is to tell children and tell students and families, you're important, and you're just as important as everybody else in your classroom. No matter what language we teach you, whether it is Mandarin immersion, whether it's Spanish immersion, that we're going to make sure that you do feel important. And I know that I did, and I know that everybody else in our class definitely felt important. So thank you guys for coming back for my 19th and your 20th. Here's for another 20 years.